Now at 6, an art gallery at Missouri Southern is getting a new name. Plus, farm tours in Kansas hope to encourage nutrition programs to use local producers. And a garage sale in Joplin hopes to raise money for a special cause.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
An arrest has been made after a camera was found this morning at McDonald County High School. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. The video camera was discovered in a girl's locker room, and that's according to a release from the district superintendent. The release says the video camera was immediately removed and handed over to law enforcement. The McDonald County Sheriff's Office obtained a warrant for the device and was able to identify the person who placed the camera. An arrest was made in connection with this incident and criminal charges are being filed. According to the Sheriff's Office, that person is a 53-year-old non-teacher employee of the district. They're currently being held at the McDonald County Jail without bond. The investigation is ongoing, and the district superintendent says they are taking the situation very seriously and are committed to the safety and privacy of students. Prosecutors file formal charges against a Southwest Missouri man who was driving on expired tags with a bomb in the vehicle with him. Barton County Sheriff says on Tuesday, an officer pulled over a Golden City resident, Terry Mitchell, for expired tags, and the deputy inquired about an item wrapped up in black electrical tape sitting in the center console. It turns out it was an actual bomb, later confirmed by the Springfield Bomb Squad. Mitchell is now charged with unlawful possession, transport, manufacture, repair, or sale of an illegal weapon, driving without a valid driver's license, owner operating motor vehicle without maintaining financial responsibility, and failure to register a motor vehicle. Mitchell is scheduled to be in court on October 1st for a case management conference. Joplin police investigate what happened during Wednesday night's fatal SUV motorcycle crash. And the crash occurred at 44th and Main. Authorities closed the area for about 4 hours. Now, according to the JPD, a north to westbound SUV collided with a southbound motorcycle. A female passenger on the motorcycle, 43-year-old Deidrian C. Bridget of Carthage, died at the scene. The 40-year-old male driver was rushed to an area hospital with serious injuries, and the JPD is continuing to investigate this crash. Well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, it turned out to be a nice Friday for us today, even though we had the clouds and a little bit windy, and this is all due to the remnants of what once was Hurricane Helene. 78 for a high, average high is 78 degrees, so right where we should be for this time of the year. Still the clouds sticking around 75. Joplin, also in Pittsburgh, a little bit cooler in our eastern counties where the clouds are a little bit thicker, then about a 10-degree spread once you get into our western counties. Also, it's been kind of breezy. We've had these northerly winds sustained 10 to 20, but then at times we've had gusts a little bit higher than that, 20, 25, upwards to 30 miles per hour. We do have a lot of clouds, but you can see the rain really from Springfield, Branson points east, and that's where it's mainly going to stay as we go through the rest of the evening hours. You can see the counterclockwise circulation of the remnants of Hurricane Helene. What about our weekend? We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, change of name, but not of mission for one Joplin art gallery. MSSU held an unveiling ceremony for the renaming of their art center. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more about why the Spiva Gallery at MSSU is now the Cragen Art Gallery.
Our father taught here many years ago, and then my brother just retired a couple of years ago.
The Cragen family has supported MSSU for many decades, starting with George Spiva. He donated money for the purchase of the land that's now Missouri Southern State University.
He was just always thinking about things he could do for other people. And like I said, the college was one of his big projects.
We've got, about 50 years of service here, and thought it was a good place to go to be Cragen instead of Spiva.
Now, George Spiva's grandchildren continue the legacy in supporting the art gallery.
He loved his community and he just wanted to give back. He's taught us that, he taught our parents that, And they have taught us, you know, if you want something to grow and prosper, you have to be willing to support it. So that's what we decided to do.
They've always been great supporters of pretty much everything going on at the university, and obviously on the Spiva side for arts in general.
Another reason the name was changed is to distinguish the art gallery from the Spiva Center for the Arts in downtown Joplin.
We've always had 2 Spiva entities, actually 3 in town, so there's always been a little bit of confusion. We've had busloads of our people coming to see our show up at the other place, and vice versa.
The Cragen family's contributions continue to help the art gallery improve the experience they provide to the community and to MSSU art students. Reporting in Joplin, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
The art gallery features work from local and national artists. Well, today, a ribbon cutting was held for a new mural in Neosho called Tomorrow's Garden. It was created by students at Central Campus, Neosho's alternative high school. A grant allowed the school to host a professional artist in residence to work with students to learn about creating murals. The students painted the mural inside the school, choosing to focus their design on the theme of growth and new beginnings.
And to have a place to succeed and be proud of your work is really important to us and our students. And so we're really proud of our garden, and this is a reflection of that too. Melding the arts, the practical arts, academics, and community here at school.
The Neosho Arts Council, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, and students and staff at Central Campus all came together today to unveil the completed mural. Well, a group from the Kansas State Department of Education toured some area farms today. The group is hosting regional farm tours across Kansas to promote the Farm to Plate program. That program connects child nutrition programs with regional and local farm producers to use local foods. Nutrition program organizers hear from food producers about sourcing products and how to incorporate them into their menus. Well, coming up, a garage sale in Joplin is raising money for a special cause. Plus, students in Carthage show their appreciation for truck drivers. Central City Christian Church in Joplin is hosting a huge indoor garage sale this weekend. They're on a mission to send 30 of the congregation's members to Brazil. And it's not only to serve in ministry. KOAM's Lonnie Walton has the details.
We're going to be serving in a community there, doing Vacation Bible School and helping some of the locals in need and helping teach them English.
Jared Kuba is the pastor of Central City Christian Church. He says teaching English in a foreign country is important not only to him, but to society as well.
Learning English is just valuable anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world that you want to go. A lot of people know English, so it's kind of very useful to teach them just to be able to advance themselves a little bit further than.
Church member Joyce Jackson says this event is well worth it, and every time she comes, it feels like home.
And we love it here. We like being in a small church. It gives you the opportunity to make close friends.
Both Kuba and Jackson just can't get enough of the joy surrounding them.
It's like family. I'm sorry.
As for why I entered ministry, I'm good at it.
Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Now, Kuba says the garage sale will end on Saturday. In order to get rid of everything, the church plans on lowering prices. Well, students in Carthage celebrated Truck Driver Appreciation Day today. Schools across the district invited local trucking companies to come out and celebrate their drivers. A convoy of area trucks traveled to each school. Students and staff were able to show appreciation for drivers with signs and words, and the truck drivers waved back to the students and honked their horns. A little later, it's National Chocolate Milk Day. We take a look at how it came to be.
Plus, what's your weekend going to look like? We're going to take a look at that coming up. Of course, it is Friday and not a bad day for us today. A lot of clouds across the region, a little bit on the breezy side, and this is all due to the remnants of what once was Hurricane Helene, which, of course, pushed into Florida last night. All right, 4-State Friday night high school football 74 at kickoff here shortly at about 7 p.m. 66 by the fourth quarter. Yes, we're going to have clouds, but no, it looks like we're going to stay on the dry side. So overall, it looks pretty good throughout the evening. 72 in Lamar, 69 Monette, 78 at Grand Lake. We have 80 in Welch, 79 in Neodesha, so temperature is pretty good. 7th and Rangeline currently sitting at 75, north winds at 15, gust at 25 miles per hour. We have these northerly winds kicking in 10 to about 20 miles per hour, but at times we've had gusts kind of 20 upwards to 30, even about 32, 33 miles per hour. It's going to stay breezy tonight. It'll stay breezy once again tomorrow. We'll have these northerly winds all night long, giving us gusts 20 to 25. We'll see that through the morning, and then they'll slowly back down a little bit once we get into tomorrow evening, and then Sunday won't be near as breezy. All right, clouds across the region. This is from Hurricane Helene, what once was Hurricane Helene. All the rain, though, mainly Springfield, Branson points east. It may get into Berry County or Lawrence County, but most of us are going to end up staying dry. You can see that counterclockwise circulation around the center of that circulation off to our east across parts of Kentucky. But this is slowly going to die and just kind of meander its way off toward the east. Here's been the problem for us: high pressure in charge. So until that breaks down, we're not going to get any big storm systems in here. Also, at the same time, it kept Helene from pushing too far west. So high pressure is to thank for that, and we're going to stay mainly dry over the next several days. Let me walk you through your weekend. Cloudy skies tonight will back down near 60. As we go through the morning hours tomorrow, lower 70s, mostly cloudy skies. High temps right around 80 for us on Saturday. Not a bad day, still a little bit breezy. We're going to clear out as we go into Sunday night. We'll drop back into the upper 50s. Then as we go into Sunday afternoon, it looks pretty good. High temps about 81, 82 degrees and quite a bit of sunshine. Breaking down your weekend, 81 tomorrow, a lot of clouds. 50s tomorrow night, 83 on Sunday. Looks pretty good. Let's go into next week. When are we going to get some changes? We don't see a lot of changes early next week. In fact, we warm up a little bit. We go into the mid-80s on Monday. Here comes a wind shift line. Cold front drops through Tuesday. Hair cooler on Tuesday. It's mainly just a wind shift line. The winds will slowly back out of the southeast again by Wednesday. So we start a warming trend into Thursday, possibly up into lower 90s. But we really don't see any chances for rain until maybe next weekend. 81 tomorrow, 83 Sunday, 84 on Monday, back down to 80 on Tuesday. Warm, not hot, but we could use a little bit of rain, just no chances anytime soon.
I say I like the temperatures, but I'd prefer if they were in the 70s. Can we work on that?
I'm working on it right now.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, still ahead, we're halfway through the 2024 high school football regular season. John Dales joins us live from the Game of the Week with a preview of tonight's action. Up next.
Hey, welcome into KOAM pregame live. It's hard to believe it, but by the end of the night, we're already going to be halfway through the high school football regular season in both Kansas and Missouri. And our game of the week tonight is Webb City against Neosho. Now let's take a look, dive deeper into that game of the week. Webb City is in uncharted territory right now. Cardinals have lost 3 straight games. One of those was to Nixa, that's no surprise. But Kickapoo, then Ozark at home last week, has Webb City in a very unfamiliar position, trying to avoid a 4-game losing streak. Meanwhile, Neosho also in a spot that it's not typically used to. The Wildcats are 4-0 for the first time in 30 years. They've beaten Glendale, Kickapoo, Lebanon, and then last week Waynesville. Now, Neosho has a 26-game losing streak against Webb City. Most of these players, in fact, all of these players weren't born for another 5-10 years the last time the Wildcats beat the Cardinals. That was 1999. A lot of storylines going into this one. As always, you can catch the highlights tonight at 10:15 on KOAM, then at 11:30 on Fox Press Box. Another big COC game. Joplin is 3-1. The Eagles taking on Republic, the defending Class 5 runner-up, who is also 3-1 to this point. Both of those teams, their only loss, each comes against Nixa. Joplin just beat Glendale last week, and there's another big game on the horizon next week. That's Carthage. Then in the Big 8, Lamar hosts Mount Vernon tonight. The Tigers got shocked last week on the road at Cassville. Lamar loses that game. It's the first loss of the season for the defending state champs. Mount Vernon, also 3-1 coming into this one, beat East Newton by 42 last week. Their only loss came to Seneca. Seneca, of course, a team Lamar will see at the end of the regular season. And then in Kansas, plenty of big games over there as well. We got 2 games circled. Each of those have home teams that are undefeated so far this year. We'll start with Fort Scott. The Tigers are at home tonight against Pittsburgh. They're 3-0 to start the year so far. Fort Scott's beaten Paola, Parsons, and Independence, but a big test against PHS. The Purple Dragons, winners in 2 of their 3 games. They just blew out Labette County last week. Then Frontenac at home in the game of the night in the CNC. Raiders are 3-0. They're taking on Girard, who lost its season opener to Colgan, but has won the last 2. Frontenac really yet to be tested. Winners in all 3 of their games by 4+ touchdowns. Then in the NFL on this Sunday, the Chiefs go on the road to LA. They play the Chargers, the first time in the Jim Harbaugh era. And so far this season, the Chiefs have learned how to win when they're not playing their best. More on that in this week's Minute with Mitch.
My 91-year-old dad still loves to play bridge. He's sharp as a tack. So I asked him about the Chiefs finding different ways to win. He compared it to bidding no trump in bridge. It's the highest ranking bid in bridge, and there's no one single suit that's trump. It's like the Chiefs. Taking into account all of last year, including the playoffs and the Super Bowl, the Chiefs have now won 11 times when Patrick Mahomes has thrown under his single career game passing average. The Chiefs have won with gritty defense, Harrison Butker being money on every big kick, regardless of distance or circumstance. And they've also won, with Mahomes being Mahomes and Kelsey being Kelsey. You can try clubs, hearts, diamonds, or spades, but the Chiefs are bidding no trump in bridge and finding ways to win on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry in Joplin and Pittsburgh.
Well, before we get to Sunday, we obviously got a full slate of 40-plus games tonight at the high school level. Hope you'll be able to join us 10:15 for 4-State Friday night right here on KOAM. Then at 11:30 for Fox Press Box. But for now, that's it for sports. We're back after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll have a look at the activities taking place at the Big Iron Overland Rally this weekend at the Big Brutus Historic Landmark. Plus, new details emerge on the hacking operation aimed at Donald Trump's presidential campaign and how you can protect yourself from whooping cough as cases across the country are on the rise. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Milk Day. The beverage might take you back to elementary school lunch, but it actually originated in the 1600s by an Irish botanist. While living in Jamaica, he was introduced to a local drink made of chocolate and water. He found it too bitter and decided to add milk for taste. The new drink was a hit, so celebrate today with a nice cold glass. Although Doug and I will be passing because we are not fans.
Nope. Never liked it, not even as a kid. Strawberry milk's even worse, though.
I'll have it plain.
All right, the weekend looking pretty good. 81 tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 83 on Sunday.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.